All right, man. Anything else you want to hit before we get out of here?
I do. I think I'd like to introduce a new segment.
Okay.
And I want to call this segment Straight Red Card for when people are just out here acting wild. And we're skipping right past the caution.
Hit them with it.
Get out of here. And now I want to go to the cesspool that is twitter.com. But in our corner of the internet, I think it is much less of a cesspool. I think the folks we follow genuinely seem like nice people. We try to make sure we put that positive energy back out in the world. But I saw something that I thought is deserving of a straight red card. And obviously, even as unbiased as we are, it's not from us. There have been moments where we perhaps might deserve a straight red card. Like, for instance, me putting together a team that I would think could beat the Spanish national team and not including CGH. I believe I would have deserved a straight red card for that. That's in the past. It was a mistake by me, whatever. At any rate, the National Women's Soccer League official Twitter account put out their April Best 11. And it's a good squad. A lot of excellent players on this squad. But I looked at it, and some people might guess, the Into the Channel podcast, at ITC_pod on Twitter, is operated by both Dino and me. But I'll let the audience imagine who may have tweeted this. And I quote, "I guess top of the table, 5 wins in a row, an MVP candidate, and a couple of certified legends are not enough to get any Orlando Pride players on here. Shrugging emoji."
Unacceptable. Straight red card. Go take a shower. NWSL Twitter account. Get out of here. Get out of here. I mean, I understand that it's April.
Sure.
Right? So maybe a couple, Bonda results and stat lines that aren't included in there. But I don't know. Summer Yates, I think she was top of the league in expected goals and expected assisted goals coming into last week. I mean, Marta, she's got a game winner. She also notched a goal to kind of like get an early season draw.
Bangers.
Angelina, Carriabello. There's some real players on this Orlando side. I mean, you can't really be stringing together these kind of results and not have stellar play pretty much up and down the roster.
Yep.
Would have liked to see at least one player recognized, but I don't know. NWSL on Twitter, suffice it to say, you've been warned. You don't want to accumulate a second straight red card. Might end up in an unfollow, or even worse, maybe we try to report you or something. I'm not sure what for, but I mean, I think what you did was egregious enough. So I think we have a pretty strong case.
This content is offensive to me. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I saw it. I got a good LOL out of it. I loved your spirit, not to be confused with the club in Washington. I love the pride that you take in your squad. Yeah, I mean, you got a real argument. Like, come on, what are we doing here? Like, this is one of the top teams. And I understand, like, Bonda didn't come on until late. She's the best player in the league.
Yeah.
She's the best player in the league. So, I mean, she should probably be in the best 11. I mean, call me crazy. And it's the March-April best 11. And we're only sitting on May 9th as we sit here today. So, like, she was scoring goals in April. Am I totally making that up?
I think there might be one match that would have fallen into May. Played in 4 matches, started 3 matches, and she's got 4 goals and 2 assists.
Yeah, come on, man. What are we doing?
They've won 5 in a row.
Yeah.
I think I think she's a pretty good player, I would say. And you mentioned the people that follow us. Shout out to all of our community members on Twitter and YouTube. We had a conversation pretty early in the season talking about Temo Chawinga as an MVP candidate.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody, apologies, I should have had this on deck, but hopefully if you hear this, you know who you are. Somebody in the comment section was like, no, it's actually Bia.
Yep.
And I think we saw it in that rain match.
Yeah.
No Bia looked like a different kind of attack.
100%.
So shout out to that person on the money. Just another proof point that this is probably the smartest women's soccer, women's football audience, I think, in the game right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to argue with that. To the friends of the pod, I appreciate you guys supporting, always dropping knowledge in the comments. So, yeah, I just needed to get that out there. Straight red, NWSL Twitter. Come on, you're cruising toward a suspension if you accumulate too many of these. Let's make sure we're watching the pride and making sure that we get these players on there. I mean, it would take something drastic for Banda to not be on the May starting 11. So I don't even want to consider that a possibility by the time we get there.
Yeah, and she better not be the only one. I'll leave it at that.
There we go.
All right, man. I think we did it. This has been another episode of Into the Channel. Thank you for watching, listening, liking, subscribing, just plain being the smartest women's football fans on the internet. We appreciate you. And remember, like if you liked, and subscribe or follow Into the Channel, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you like to watch or listen at ITC_pod on X. A big thank you to my co-host as well for continuing to traverse the globe, looking for scoops, holding these players, holding these coaches, holding these managers accountable at these press conferences, not letting anybody off the hook. Mr. Grant Engel, you're the man. I appreciate you.
Likewise, buddy. It's a tough job to go sit in the press box and watch some of these matches. I will say the plight of any sports journalist, it is fucking freezing in these press boxes. They are just cranking the air way down or way up, depending on whatever way you look at it. No matter how you slice it, it's too cold in these press boxes. But maybe I shouldn't complain about these type of things. Probably find a way to anyway. But I will never complain about you guys rocking with us. We have another great weekend of football coming up. Fixtures are coming thick and fast, as they like to say. Keep rocking with us, and we will see you guys next time.